The evil cinephile!
That's cool.
Aren't you gonna ask about me?
You just told me who you are.
I am the evil cinephile, and I'm going to force you to watch a movie, then review it!
As cool as that sounds, I'm almost done with my book, so can you leave me alone now?
I don't think you quite understand who I am!
The evil cinephile?
I am the unmistakable, undeniable evil cinephile!
Am I having one of those Fight Club moments? I mean, you can't possibly be real.
I am real. Now let me pick out a movie for you to watch. Oh, it will be a dreadfully scary one. One that will be terrible. It will make you cry.
Okay, listen here, Hood of Zorro. I had to fight an alien, fight inanimate Pez, and my electronics came to life.
Ha! With my skills, you would have defeated them!
The point is, I know I live in a surreal world. Just because I've seen it all doesn't mean I want to see more of it all. So why don't you take the movie and just review it yourself?
I need to think about that. I have made my decision, and my decision is that you will be reviewing this terrible movie!
But I wanted to go skating today.
Skating? It's August. It's August.
Hey, winter comes early in Minnesota, and you don't know what kind of skating I'm talking about. I'm talking about maybe skateboarding or rollerblading.
Look. I'll just pick up the movie, you watch it, and then you talk about it.
That's it?
Oh, that's it!
Okay then, what movie?
Well, you mentioned Fight Club, didn't you?
Yeah?
Good, because we're gonna watch one of David Fincher's earlier works. Se7en! Cue the clips!
For those who haven't seen this movie, I'll straight up say that I highly recommend it. If you're familiar with David Fincher's work, you know and understand his style. He makes movies with imaginative stories, good characters, surreal and comical events, interesting editing tricks, and in a lot of cases, twist endings. So you figure that Se7en would fall into these categories, and mostly it does. It definitely has a twist ending, and it most certainly has surreal events and good characters. So why is it that when I'm watching it, it feels so distant from his other films?
Because the film is so dark and full of you.
Oh, sorry, I don't usually talk like this.
Yeah, full of evil.
Well, I guess so, but it's not like his other movies didn't have dark scenes. Maybe it's mostly for the way it is shot. His other movies have a very distinct look and personality. When watching something like Fight Club or The Social Network, the film is edited and shot in a way that lets the viewers know they're watching a movie. Se7en is shot more like one of those cop shows on CBS. But don't get me wrong, I like this movie. It just doesn't feel like a David Fincher movie.
Oh, but can you get yourself to love this strange and sadistic film?
Yeah, I just said I liked it.
Haha! You only like it! I knew you would love it!
Love and like are two different things.
So, you feel scared?
Didn't really impact me in that way, but here, let's go over story. So pretty much Brad Pitt is the rookie cop and Morgan Freeman is the older experienced cop. Ooh. Now that may sound cliched, but these two characters are surprisingly interesting. In fact, there is one great scene where Morgan Freeman is invited by Brad Pitt's wife to have dinner at their new home. They are new to the city, so they didn't realize that being close to the subway can have a negative impact. But what does this scene do for the movie?
It tortures!
It establishes chemistry between the characters. Except, there is that weird laugh that Morgan Freeman makes. So there's a string of murders going on around the city, which are all connected. After some research Morgan Freeman does, he deciphers that all these murders will be associated with one of the 7 deadly sins, hence the title of the movie, Se7en. And that's basically it. They just keep getting clues to find the murderer.
Murder! Murder!
Yeah, anyways. When I began to realize that this movie was a murder mystery, I began to worry. Mostly because I figured it was gonna have that same kind of typical ending that a Law & Order episode has. Except two things happen that completely change what would typically happen. Firstly, we don't meet the murderer at all until he reveals himself, so there's no questioning whether or not certain characters we already met are the culprits. And the second thing is, well, the murderer reveals himself. It makes for quite an interesting twist in the movie, rather than doing the common practice of just putting the clues together and finding the person who done it.
But don't you want to talk about the evil ending?
No! The ending is too surprising. I will say that this ending is one of the few endings that ticked me off, yet made me satisfied at the same time. Isn't that what film is supposed to do? Exceed and go beyond your expectations to the point where it goes somewhere you didn't want to go?
What's in the box?
Blood!
Okay, anyway, it does have one of the best endings ever in my opinion, but as for the rest of the film, well, like any murder mystery, it's intriguing and engaging. It keeps you excited to find out the ending, and in this case, the ending is something you totally don't expect. The villain is played by Kevin Spacey. Yeah, if you knew of Kevin Spacey before this movie and you saw his name in the credits, then you would definitely know he was the bad guy. Has he ever played the good guy?
21?
Yeah, but even there he was breaking the law. Kevin Spacey is, well, I don't like his acting sometimes. Mostly because it's just Kevin Spacey playing another villain. Not to say that he hasn't done different things time to time. In Horrible Bosses, he becomes an over-the-top villain that works with the film's humor. But in most films, he just plays the guy who cares but doesn't want to pay attention, almost like he is better than everyone else. Oh, but the ending, this works to his advantage.
Tell them the ending!
A porcupine was controlling Kevin Spacey as a robot the whole time.
Oh, you're going to play that game, aren't you?
Cool. David Fincher films always have characters with great chemistry. Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt worked well together. Pitt's and Gwyneth Paltrow's relationship is actually a good, unproblematic one, a rarity in films that are full of complicated relationships. And let me tell you, the fact that they have an almost flawless relationship works to the film's advantage. Trust me. Freeman's and Pitt's differing reactions to Kevin Spacey also work well. It's also a very dark film. Yeah, story-wise, but also the way it was shot. They seem to have used very limited lighting, almost to add to the gloomy plot of the film.
Or it's to make you burdened with watching this film.
My only burden right now is dressed in a black sweatshirt. Though I don't think this is one of David Fincher's finer and trademark look films, I say it's definitely worth a watch.
That's it?
Yeah, well, like I said, I have to finish my book.
But you're not crying!
Is that all you do, is try to make people cry?
Well,
What can I do? You should really change your name to the annoying Cinephile.
I thought that was you!
I should really stop adding new characters.
You know what? I hate you! You loser, you nerd, you tool, you unoriginal, uncreative bum, you dirty blonde bum, you hoe bag, dirty hoe poop shoot.
Look, I really want to read this.
Bring it on.
You haven't seen the last of me. I shall return to make your life suffer. There shall only be one cinephile, and it will be the evil, untestifiable, untrustable, unlikable, unkillable cinephile. You lost your book, and soon you will lose your life. Check this out. I'm a cinephile, and I'm gonna finish my book.